Today we're making 6 Christmas cards using one stamp set. For today's project, I'm using the Christmas Blocks stamp set from Sweet and Sassy Stamps. This is a really cute stamp set. It's got 4 kind of window images of Santa and a snowman and an elf and a reindeer, and I just think that these guys are adorable. So I'm stamping those out, plus a couple of the other images, and I'm stamping these out in VersaFine Onyx Black ink, actually VersaClear Nocturne ink, and then I'm going to heat emboss those with some clear embossing powder over the top. Next, I'm grabbing out some of my Catherine Pooler inks and doing some easy watercoloring. Now, this is something I never ever do, but I just grabbed a water brush and these pretty colors and I'm coloring in those images. I'm really trying to try different kinds of techniques all the time, and this is one that I've seen so many times and just not gotten around to doing it. It's not hard, and it just takes a little bit of water and a little bit of layering of that ink. So the 2 main colors that I'm going to be using are the Cranberry Fizz, which is that nice deep dark red color, and Deck the Halls for another dark deep green. Absolutely love those as Christmas colors, which is what they were designed for, so that is awesome. Then I'm going in with a couple of other colors that I just recently got in from Catherine Pooler, and this first one is an orange, and that one is Tutti Frutti, and I'm coloring up my little snowman's nose with that. So I don't want everything to be the red and green, so I'm picking out some other colors. First, I'm starting off with this Meant to Be, which is a green, but it's kind of a light blue green, and I'm coloring a little bit of that little elf's hat. Just kind of accent color to go with the red I've already got down. And then I'm also doing that on some of the wallpaper behind Santa. As I said, I'm just grabbing some different colors that I've already got on hand from Catherine Pooler and just coloring up these little scenes. For Santa's face and the little elf's face, I'm going to be using some It's a Girl. For a minute there, I couldn't remember the name of the color. Anyway, I'm using It's a Girl and doing the same thing, just adding a little bit of color to those faces using my water brush. So for the little deer, I don't have any brown Catherine Pooler ink, so I've grabbed out some of my Distress ink and I'm using it the same way that I did the Catherine Pooler. It is a water reactive ink, so it works great for watercoloring. Starting off with some brushed corduroy for the lighter color, and then I'm going to go in with a darker one. I'm grabbing out my Walnut Stain as a darker shade to kind of give a little bit of dimension and give a different color to those antlers. Next, I'm trying out that new suede shoes color from Catherine Pooler. Oh my god, this is just gorgeous. And using that as the background behind the little stars that are behind my little reindeer. For the wallpaper behind the elf, I'm using another new to me color. It's called All That Jazz, and it's kind of a darker minty, I don't know. To me, it's kind of summery and seafoamy, and this is just one of my favorite colors. You guys know how I love my teals and mint colors. So I'm using that for the background, and then I'm going to just kind of mix it up a little bit. And oh, no, I'm not. Actually, I'm using Party Dress. I'm trying out that one too. So you can tell I got a few new colors in, so I had to try them all out. So behind the little snowman, I'm going to use some Party Dress for his wallpaper. There's not much coloring left, but I do have those little bells on the little elf's hat, and I don't have any yellows. So I grabbed out a couple of yellow colors out of my distress inks, and I'm using those. Then, almost as an afterthought, I decided to add some of those yellow colors as a frame. So what I'm trying to do is make it kind of look like a gold frame. So I'm using the darker color to the corners and then the lighter one in, so it kind of looks like it's got a little bit of shine and reflection. Next, I cut out each of these little images. Now, although they're square, 3 of the 4 do have something that has to be fussy cut where you can't use your paper trimmer, so I'm just using some scissors to cut those out. And then I'm going to start assembling the cards. First, I'm going to mat each of those little images onto a square of red cardstock. Next, I'm matting those onto squares of white cardstock. So here's a general idea of what the layout of the card's going to be. I've got a piece of patterned paper and then a white, almost like a belly band across the center of it that I have as a strip, and then I'm going to be mounting my little image onto that. So I figured I'm going to go ahead and add the sentiment to some white strips, and I picked one of those, one of the sentiments out of that stamp set. This one says naughty or nice, so I think that is just too stinking cute. And I'm going to go ahead and ink that up in some of that Catherine Pooler Cranberry Fizz ink and then emboss over the top of it. Now, I don't know whether or not there is enough, I don't know, stickiness to the Cranberry Fizz, so I'm going back over it with some Wow embossing ink before pouring on my clear embossing powder. Then as the final touch, I decided to add a few little green gems. Now these are some that I think I got at Dollar Tree. I'm not sure. They've been in my stash forever, and they were basically hidden in, basically I put them away at one point and forgot that they were there, and so I haven't used them. One thing I have noticed with these kind of gems though, with the sticky back, is that the sticky back isn't always sticky enough, so I'm adhering all of these down with my art glitter glue. So I assembled a total of 6 cards using the same techniques, the same design. Basically the whole thing is almost identical except for the pattern paper and the images, right down to those 3 little green gems that I'm adding to the end. Now if you want to see some more card videos for your Christmas card making, check out this playlist that I've got right here. There's a bunch more projects there for you to enjoy. You guys have a wonderful day, and remember, if I can make it, you can too.